这变拍摄，它这变拍摄的
啊，
这不是录影，这算不算录影？
我不知道，我没有用，有在闪，
可以，
旁边有在闪，应该是在录影。
好，
可以了吗？可以。
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is 戴珍慧. My advisor is 李世豪教授. Today, my topic is energy use in the home. In 20 minutes, each of you will know how to improve the energy efficiency of your house and the ways to make a good use of solar energy. And let's view the outline first. First, I'm going to introduce the ways to improve energy efficiency. And second, I'm going to introduce the building material. Third, standard home construction. And I'm going to take an example of an energy-saving home in Arkansas. And the last is a solar energy using home. Energy used in different ways in our daily life, such as cooking, switching on lights, watching television, taking a shower, or doing the laundry. No matter it is snowy or it's sunny, energy is used to compensate these conditions. About 40% of the heat loss is due to the infiltration in its filtration. Among all of these factors that affect the inner temperature, the most important is outside weather. And here are 3 ways construction. First, standard home can be made more energy conservative with proper insulation, energy-saving sheathing, storm door and window, proper caulking, and light color roofing. An energy-saving home can use different material and different ways to make it more energy efficient. Solar energy is used for heating water and for a large part of space heating or cooling. However, a solar energy using home still need a heating or cooling unit. And let's examine the energy efficient house. First is the building material. Plastic take a big part of the building material. And here are some advantages of the plastic, such as lightweight, good electrical insulating properties, and heat insulating properties. It can resist to atmospheric corrosion, and it has attractive appearance and lower cost, variety in design and styling. The first is PVC, so-called polyvinyl chloride. It's commonly used for siding, sash, roofing, interior trim, wiring insulation, and plumbing system. The next is ABS. ABS have 2 types. One of it is solid ABS, and the other one is ABS foam pipe. Solid ABS is commonly used for sewer pipe, conduits, air water pressure pipe, faucet handle. And ABS foam pipe is commonly used for sewer pipe, conduit, and ductwork. Acrylic mostly used for glass replacement because it has less probability to break. And it is a thermal plastic, so which means it can easily form for something like skylights, covers, and fixture. And it can easily adhere to metal, glass, ceramic, wood, plastic, masonry, and concrete. The fiber reinforced plastic is composed of spun glass and polyester. It's used for bathtub, shower, and vanity units. High pressure laminate is often used on the surface of interior, such as the floor or the countertop. And the next is adhesive. There are 3 kinds of adhesive. The first one is contact adhesive. The other one is elastomer construction adhesive. And the last one is caulking. First, contact adhesive is made of plastic laminates, often used for countertop. And however, elastomeric constructive adhesive is used to fastening the particle board and plywood with floor joist, stud, and ceiling joist. And the last one is caulking. Caulking is used to fill the gate to block the infiltration. And caulking should be applied in these places. First is where the window panel against the wall. Second is where the door frame against the wall. And third is where the wall meets the wall. Fourth, where the ceiling meets the wall. Fifth, around the draining system and the faucets. Sixth, where the window panel meets the window frame. Seventh, where the kicking ball meets the wall. And now, the next one is wall sheeting. Styrofoam often used on the insulation of the wall, and it can also use on the wall of the basement. However, it has no strength, so it's easy to break. Foil face craft fiber ply sheeting is composed of the laminate craft fiber. It has good strength, so you don't need corner bracing. And the foil face can reflect the heat. Foil face urethane insulating board is made of the middle of plastic and both sides of aluminum foil, and it has the same metal of the other one. And let's dive right into the standard home construction. First, limit the size of the living units and make all the space flexible. Second, add proper insulation in wall, ceiling, and floors to block the heat flow. Use the correct kind of sheeting to improve the insulation. Add proper well-fitted storm windows, doors, and double glazed windows. Add caulking around all possible openings to minimize the infiltration and exfiltration. Add attic fan. And the last one is insulate ductwork. And here's an example of an energy-saving home which built in Little Rock, Arkansas. This is the design feature of the house. We listed few ways they made to improve the energy efficiency of the house. The first one is attic space. They put the attic fan and eave vents to improve the ventilation. The next one is vapor barrier. Vapor barrier is used on the floor, the wall, and the ceiling. They use the thunder window and make sure it's caulked around well. They install the insulation between the metal exterior door. And next, they put the insulation around the wiring and piping. The inspection catwalk is to make sure we can easily examine and repair all the details in the house. And the last one is air filtering device, which is needed, and also the humidifier and dehumidifier. Compared to the same size house which built in the same specification with the energy-saving house in Arkansas, the Arkansas house is more energy conservative. And the conservation in the energy-saving house was achieved as follows. First, use advanced glass and make sure it's well caulked. And this can make it save 32.2% energy. Next, put the insulation around the air conditioner and heater can minimize the duct loss as much as 18.4%. Apply the insulation over crawl space and around the slab perimeter. Can save the energy as well as 18.2%. Put the insulation in the wall can save 7.7% energy. Except to put the insulation in the wall, they also put the ceiling fan And this can make it save 7.5% energy. They put the friction feedback of European vapor barrier to replace the normal friction feedback. And this can block the infiltration and save energy up to 50%. And now you might be wondering how to build a solar home. Here are two types of solar home. The first one is active system and the other one is passive system. And now let's build a passive system. Active system first. Active system has an absorber and a storage. However, the storage needs a big space, and the big space means money. So the owner should evaluate itself if this is worthy or not. And the passive system. Passive system also needs a collector. And the collector must be a large area of glass or plastic. And it should face south. This is the orbit of the sun. To make the best use of sunshine and to protect against cold north wind, the solar collector should face true south within 15 degrees. This is the summer sun and this is the winter sun. The angle varies from season to season. In the summer, we use overhang to block the brilliant sun. And in the winter, we use the shutter to control the sunshine. And the shutter will close to keep house warm in the night, in winter. As to the north side of the house, we build evergreen plants to deflect the wind. In many systems, the solar energy is absorbed and stored by heavy walls. So the absorber and storage is often to be the same object. And most important of all, during 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the summer, the wall cannot be shaded by something like trees or architecture. Most of the passive solar energy distribute the heat by natural means, such as conduction, radiation, and convection. And a shorter or heavy currents keep the heat from escaping during the night. Here are three types of passive solar energy. First one is direct gain system. Second, indirect gain system. Third, isolated gain system. Let's talk about the direct gain system first. In the direct gain system, the sunlight went through the window and absorbed by the floor and the wall. Second, indirect gain system. The indirect gain system places a heat storage mass between the window and the room. So the mass will absorb the solar heat and then slowly radiates the heat into the room. And here is another type of the indirect gain system. They replace the wall into a water wall, which is called trunk wall, and it has the same manner as the other one. Last, isolated gain system. The isolated gain system is separated from the house. The heat will absorb by the wall, the floor, or the masonry, and it's transferred to the room by radiation and convection. And here is a simplified figure of the isolated gain system. This part is the house, and this part is the sunroom. The heat will absorb by water tank, concrete or masonry floor, and water tubes or masonry. In nowadays, the non-renewable energy resource become less and less, and people try to make a good use of those renewable energy resources, such as wind, tide, and solar energy. So change your house into a solar home can not only reduce the pollution, but also extend the life of our Mother Earth. Thanks for your attention.
好，谢谢各位同学为我们做的这个报告。我们请同学跟老师开始提问。